We have the ground zero, and these are
Yeah.
subscriptions that probably everyone has some combination of, that you say have an outsized influence over the national economy and the president. That includes Amazon, Google, Apple. And then there's like the blast zone. And these are these consumer-facing companies that Scott's identified as being enablers of ICE, AT&T, Comcast, FedEx, Lowe's. And so I think what you were saying earlier is like the president may not always pay attention to public opinion, but he certainly pays attention to the stock markets, right?
And he does, exactly.
And so
hits him.
Are you convinced that the president would, in fact, change policies if he really starts to see a dent in some of the stocks, associated with these companies?
Listen, he is a coin-operated president, and therefore that's what he'll do, right? He'll do something. It doesn't seem like it. He's sort of flailing around right now in all manner of ways, but money matters to this guy. Of all the many things, that he does, money matters. That's one of the sort of the bearing wall of this presidency, right? And corruption matters. And so one of the things we want to say is, all right, you want to like push these people around? We can push them around too. And eventually, I was in an interesting meeting today with a pretty top Republican senator. He was apoplectic about the Anthropic situation, and apoplectic about the U.S. investing in Intel and stuff like that, and these companies going along with it. He was a businessman, and he's like, they don't get to say what a business does, right? And so, again, it's like going to I don't know if you've ever been to a shareholder meeting ever in your life. There's always someone who gets up, an activist, and starts yelling. And it's great. I love it. I love when the CEO has to answer for it. And so one of the things, and it's a small person, and it isn't going to affect the vote, but it was said, and they heard it, right? Bringing public attention to it is also part of it, right? And that does affect them. Like Target definitely misstepped on the DEI stuff, and it's affected them. How big? Enough. The CEO left, right? Like one of the things that you can do is make them think twice, right? And that's the kind of thing. It makes them think. It makes them realize who the real person is, which is the customer. And it makes people think about where they're spending their money. You should do that. We kind of blindly go into our relationship with tech. They hand us like a map, which, by the way, the U.S. government paid for those maps, and then they sell it back to us. Stuff we paid for as taxpayers. It's crazy. By the way, guess who paid for the internet? The American taxpayer. So it just gets you in the mode of who's in charge here, right? Who's actually in charge? And then it might motivate you to vote more. It might motivate you to take all kinds of action. And I think that's always a good thing. An aware public is a better public.